Hi and welcome back to video number 3 in the Stop the Flitter mini-series. This one is all about the promises section, and this is definitely my favourite bit in the diary. This is what I'm all about, and it's about promoting your well-being. So when you think promises section, I want you to think nourishment. I want you to think well-being, and I want you to think fun. So this is all about kind of really nurturing your whole being and that of your families. One way that you could do it is a bucket list of things that you would like to do for yourself and for the family. Or the other is to give it more of a focus around well-being, and that's the focus that I'm going to take in this mini video with you now. So the place that I want us to start is looking at the definition of a promise. So a promise is a declaration or an assurance that one will do something or that a particular thing will happen. So this is about you taking some time and making a commitment to look after your well-being and for it to be a priority. And in today's pressured way of living, so much of the time our well-being is becoming kind of bottom of the list. So I am on a mission through the diary and through all the other work that I do to keep the conversation going that actually we need to be looking after ourselves. And really at the heart of it is this quote from Mandy Hale down the bottom here. It is not selfish to love yourself, take care of yourself, and to make your happiness a priority. It is a necessity. So often the women that I speak with don't feel that they can do this stuff. They feel guilty and they feel that they need to do all the other stuff first. And then in the next breath, they're also saying how tired they are, how they feel like they're kind of one step away from a meltdown and heading towards burnout. So what I'm on a mission to do is help protect you from burnout. We don't want to get to that place. So rather than thinking about self-care and looking after yourself as being kind of what you do when you get ill or what you do when you hit burnout, this is about thinking about the things that you can do on an ongoing daily basis is the ideal, but I know that that's a really big ask, but on an ongoing basis to keep yourself well and to keep yourself in a healthy place. And that means in terms of your physical health, it means in terms of your emotional health, and that kind of takes into account relationships with people and connections and stuff with yourself. Also in terms of your cognitive health, so your ability to think clearly, so that ability to be able to sit down and do the tasks that you want to do when you want to do them, and as well your kind of spiritual health, so you're living a life that is true to you and that you feel is authentic. So keeping in mind those 4 different things and combine that with the different parts of you, so all the things that make you you, the stuff that you really enjoy doing. Let's start getting a list of stuff to do that you can do to nurture yourself. Now, self-care and nurturing does not always have to be a solo activity and a quiet activity. Now, don't get me wrong, lighting a candle on a kind of winter's evening and having some quiet time, reading, having a bath, those things are great and they definitely form part of my self-care practice, but they aren't the only things. So self-care can be anything and everything that makes you feel alive, makes you feel replenished, gives you a top up, gives you a boost. So it may well be that there's certain friends that you know you can kind of go to when you need a bit of a kind of pick me up. It might be connecting with somebody that you've lost contact with, because relationships are really important to us. It could be doing a really exhilarating activity, maybe learning something new, being creative, having time to play, going outdoors. Being outside is brilliant for our self-care. Anything. It can be kind of like what's self-care for you is not going to be the same for me. So I want you to really have a think and come up with all the different things that you can do throughout the year to nurture yourself. So some of those things might be making sure you're drinking enough water, getting an early night when you're feeling tired, saying no to things, stepping outside your comfort zone, doing new stuff, making time to play, going new places, setting yourself a challenge. It could be any of those things, and fill in these bubbles with as much new stuff and existing stuff, and just give yourself a whole kind of toolkit of things that you can dip into as and when you need them. We will pick it up again in terms of the I will nourish myself goal on the weekly planner. And in terms of doing it with family, similar kind of process. Look at what it is that you can do together as a family. Some of this might be bucket list stuff, but also it might be things like on ours we have things like that we'll have some no devices time, where actually we will all step away from screens. If we've been a bit grouchy with each other, we will go and do something together, go outdoors, whether that's for a walk or just getting out in the garden. So yeah, have a think about what some of that stuff is you can do together that keeps you nurtured as a family as well, and enjoy it. Have fun. Take care for now.